Hello everybody. We'll just kind of wait for a couple people to roll in here. This is not a planned live stream or anything like that. I just thought, hey, you know what? I'm not doing a live stream tomorrow because it's Halloween. So why don't we just kind of not do our normal thing, and why don't I show you what's going on with the 90 gallon here since I've changed it out. So it looked a lot different before, and then it kind of looked like what the 220 gallon looks like now. So what I have done here is taken all the white sand out of this tank, changed everything up in here. So I did a mix of black sand, and I was going to do the blasting sand, but I changed my mind because it was hard to find, number one, and because PetSmart was trying to get rid of this brand of substrate. So I bought this stuff for like 11 bucks a bag, like 11 bucks for a 25-pound bag. So that's where we ended up. So I've only got a few fish in here right now, and I've only got a few plants, and the plants, like this one in the back on this hill here, that's a crypt that is not doing too well. It was doing really well in the tank that it was in, a 20 gallon, but sometimes these plants don't do so well once you move them, but they should do well once they, after a little while. Even though they look like they're about to die, they often bounce back. So this is what we've got going on here. We've got a Java fern right here. We've got some Anubias right here, right in the front. Back, you might spot the odd fish in here. There's a cherry barb over by the water sprite, which is up against the back there. And a moss ball hanging out at the back. Got more Java fern here. Oh, that's a crypt, actually, right in front here. And another Anubias, and there's a German ram right by the moss ball there, and an albino pleco in the back. A breeding hut that I hope to breed something in there, whether it's a pair of Apistos that I'm going to move in here, or rams, although I only got one in here right now. Got a male and female pair of albino bristlenose that hopefully they'll breed. And then this bulb plant here, which has got some mold or something growing on it. I got this thing in Aquarium Co-op, but unfortunately I didn't realize that the plecos love to eat it, so it has gone down to a bulb. And then we've got a Java fern attached to a tree right there at the back. And we've kept the background the same. It's just been spray painted blue. And we wanted to change it up so all of the tanks didn't look the same. And that was the main reason for switching to the black substrate. And so far so good. What we're going to do is get a bunch of the Monte Carlo plant, which is like a carpeting plant. And we're going to run that all through here. All right, so I'm going to get this set up, and I'm going to kind of burn through the chat here and see who's all going in, because as I'm holding my phone, Ben's just having a look there. As I'm holding my phone, there's the custom sheet metal stand on the bottom there. I'm a sheet metal worker. So that's what's going on with this tank right now. So it's going to be like a South American type of a tank, which is why we've got the angels in here. Yep, we've got one ram. We're going to look to get more at the fish auction. And we are probably going to look to get some Apistogrammes if we can find them. So let's jump into the chat. So yeah, like I was saying earlier, this is not a scheduled chat. I'm not doing a chat tomorrow because it's Halloween. So I just kind of wanted to throw this on. I didn't feel like doing a video on just showing my new Scape tank. It's not finished. I mean, the bottom is different and stuff like that. It looks way different than it used to, but I thought You know what? I don't see a chat on here right now, so why don't I fire one up and then see who's here. So we've got Joey, the JQ channel is here. Hello, Joey. How are you? No, there was not a scheduled stream tonight. Petsotics, hello. Dr. S, hello. Cameron, learning to keep fish. What is going on, my friend? Jeremy's Wild Studios, hello. Thanks for stopping in. David Betancourt's Aquariums, hello. Hello, Fish Fam. Otto Creek's Aquatics, what is up? I just added Otto Creek on Instagram today. What's going on, my friend? Melvin's Aquatic Empire, hello, Melvin. Thank you for stopping in. Donald's Fish Vibes, what is going on? So JQ Channel says that I should get another ram. He plans to get a male and female electric blue ram. Well, this was a pair of rams in this, not this tank. They were in a 29 gallon that we had for a long time. But unfortunately one passed away and we are left with one. And just kind of, as kind of in the middle of like setting up the 220, getting that going, we've just got a fifth tank. Well, we have a 20 gallon that was a quarantine tank, but that is going to go in my daughter's room, and it's a 20 gallon tank, and it is no longer going to be a quarantine tank. It's probably going to be a guppy tank or mollies, yeah, maybe bettas. We'll see. We've got our fish auction coming up in a little while. And hey, Bam Aquatics, thanks for stopping in, my friend. So that's going to be the 20 gallon, and then you've got the Ben's 10 gallon, which is a pretty heavily planted tank, and that one's got the black orchid betta, an African dwarf frog, and 6 harlequin rasboras in it. And then we've got our 29 gallon, which is kind of like our breeding working tank. It's a mess. It hasn't been on camera in a long time, but it's good for fry to grow up in and hide in. We've had some albino bristlenose fry in there. We've had angelfish in there. And right now, I think I'm just gonna rip that whole tank apart and kind of make that one looking a little nicer. And right now it's just kind of a mess with the plants, and it's got a bunch of neon tetras in there, like 1 cardinal, a pleco, and 2 autos. So then we're gonna go South American tank on this one, and we're gonna go, yeah, just with our main community, 220 gallons going to be our tiger barb, clown loach, cool plecos, rainbows, and that's what that's going on. No beta in the 220 gallon. So we got a bunch of people saying hello to each other right now, and we have got Mile High Plecos is in the house. Hello, Mile High Plecos. Hello, Poopy Butt. We have got V-Stag in the house. Hello, V-Stag. How was your aquatic experience? I've talked to a few people and had some mixed answers on how they liked it. They liked the people. They didn't necessarily like the whole aquatic experience.
I'm playing glowfish in the 90s.
You would, yeah. Amelia wants to put, no, we're not going to put glowfish in the 90s.
Clown loaches?
No, they're in the 220 gallon. Terry Lindsay suggests corridors in the South American tank, which that is probably going to happen. Again, I've been talking about the fish auction that we've got going, Terry, and there are all kinds of cories that you can get in there. I've done the panda cories a bunch of times, and they're cool, but I might change it up a little. I find the panda cories aren't as active as some of the other types of cories. B-Stag says that the New Jersey aquatic experience was epic for him. That is pretty cool. So anyway, like I was saying, didn't schedule a chat here. Just kind of wanted to show that I had changed this tank up a little here, as I totally ripped out everything, taken all the substrate out, and this is not the finished project, but ooh, panda cories have been breeding, just hatched 5 eggs today. That's awesome. Why did I go blue? I like the blue background. You know what? This one here, actually, was blue with the white sand because I liked the look of a beach. But then I didn't feel like scraping all this spray paint off because that's how I do the back of my tanks. So I just left it blue. But I think the blue and the black looks kind of cool. But I would maybe change that to a black with black. That would probably have looked a little bit cooler. But I do really like the blue with the sand type look. Beach. Looks like you're at the beach. Hey Daniel, how are you? Thanks for stopping in, my friend. Melvin, I missed your live stream. You are right. I apologize. And for some reason, I was not following you on Instagram for a while, but I have corrected that, and I am following you again. Terry Lindsay's suggesting putting, it's kind of dark in here, putting a 33 underneath here. That's not a bad idea. I was thinking just a nice 20-gallon long under here. You think I'm going to learn to hate the blue, eh? Well, maybe. If I hate it, I'll change it. Always up to change, rotate things around. So I couldn't get enough sand in here. I ended up getting, there's too much of the big stuff in here. I wanted a better mix. You can kind of see the sand is kind of sinking to the bottom on there, which I'm not in love with. Jeremy thinks that it looks so sterile to him. Well, you know, to each your own. I have another tank with blue substrate in it and a black background, and that looks kind of cool. Although I might change that substrate out too, to maybe black, maybe something a little more natural. And then I just finished painting my daughter's tank purple because she wanted a purple background.
It actually looks pretty good with the light.
It actually does look pretty good. Blue just shows all the yuck on the black of the glass. Well, you know what? Because I've got, and I don't clean the back of my tanks either, actually. Only the front. I leave the algae on the sides and the back. But I find that it doesn't show too bad. I mean, this tank has only been running for
2 weeks.
Yeah, not even a month. So there's not a big algae buildup. Daniel's got a peacock holding. Oh, that's cool. I'd love to see a pic of that one or a video. Okay. Melvin, I appreciate that, but Mile High's right. We're in Canada here. And for some of you that watched my video or my live stream last Wednesday, I had Terry Lindsay on, and we were kind of talking about going down to the States one day and picking up something that our good friend Mile High Plecos could send us, because I'm really interested in those L182s, and I've never seen them in person. So if I ever want to get one, and Ben really wants one, oh, we've got a crying girl.
Oh.
Oh, Amelia's crying. Yeah, the Starlight Pleco.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the Starlight one.
They're pretty cool.
What's wrong, Amelia? One sec, folks. Just gotta go check on my daughter. Okay, it's all good. We just had a little Jasmine costume emergency. It is Halloween Eve, so we'll have to get that sorted out here.
I'm coming, you're fine.
And the 182s are the bee's knees. Yeah. What about the 134s? Do you have any of those ready to go? Because I know you're having trouble getting those ones to breathe. Hello, Michael D. Or sorry, Mr. D. Thank you very much for stopping in on our non-promptu chat that we're just kind of throwing out there, having a quick look at this tank here, and just kind of saying hi to everybody. So it would be interesting if you did have some of those 134s, L134 Leopard Frog Plecos ready to go, and we could package those up together. I think the 134 would look good with the black substrate, and we'll put the starlights over on the sand colored substrate. So Michael's having trouble breeding the 134. You know what though? I've only ever had success, although I haven't tried too hard, with bristlenose. But I think that I've got some L66 King Tigers, and I think that those ones are not going to be super hard. Right now they're too small to breed, the ones that I have. But apparently they're not the toughest to breed. They're a cool pleco, carnivore, so you got to make sure you feed them. I just feed them like sinking pellets, bloodworms. They clean up a little bit of the flakes, but I mostly have specific food for them. That's the one thing a lot of people don't realize with plecos, especially as they're first getting into the hobby. Appreciate that, Bam Aquatics. Plecos are not something you should purchase just to clean your tank. And once you get into the fancier ones, they're not going to eat algae, and even if they are, they're only going to eat little bits of it. Let's get back to the chat here for a sec. Congratulations, Melvin. You've hit 100 subscribers. Right on, buddy. The JQ channel. Hey, Ron. My 125 is going to be set up this weekend, and I'll be adding my arowana next weekend. Oh, cool. Silver arowana? Those are pretty cool. The black arowanas, those ones are super rare. Super expensive, though. Hello, Kevin. Kevin Rosenberg. Welcome. I've been focusing a lot on my blue phantoms. I will breed them. LOL. The blue phantoms, I have one, so I will not have any success breeding it. But it's gotta be, I think it's my favorite.
One of my favorite.
It's one of Ben's favorite as well. Joe, you have the black arowana? That's so cool, man. I haven't seen one of those since I was a kid. My best friend had one. Also the gold nugget. The gold nugget is one of my favorites. The L18. One of my favorite that we have. But my favorite one that I don't have is the L46 because it's just too expensive right now. That's the zebra pleco. Yeah. JQ channel. Joey is a hybrid between a silver and Harding. Oh, that's cool. Kevin, I love a deal, and I love to hear that you are resealing your 125 that you got for $50 with a stand, scraping out the old silicone. So far, going well. That is one thing I have never done, is reseal the tank. I've twice needed to and got rid of the tank instead because I didn't want to take the chance. Which really I should have, because they were both small. One was a 10 gallon and one was an old 25. Because I wouldn't want to try that for the first time on something really big in case stuff went wrong. Michael's favorite is the L600. Which one is the L600? I don't know off the top of my head. So I didn't have a video on Friday because I just kind of took a little bit of a break. Just kind of got busy this week, and I wasn't planning on doing a live stream. But since I did pop in and do a live stream, just a casual one, just to kind of show what's going on here, I would like to announce that I do have a video coming out this Friday, and I found the premiere option in YouTube, which I believe is new this week. I just found out about it today. So I saw Jeff Rowe this morning did a premiere, and I wasn't sure exactly what that was. He did his pleco versus jack-o'-lantern, and that was pretty cool. And then I saw down the wormhole had one, and KG Tropics had one. So I went on KG Tropics, And what it is you click, if you schedule your video and then switch the button over to Premiere, then it will work as a live chat the first time that video airs. So I've got a video scheduled this Friday. It's another one of my species spotlight series, and it's the freshwater clouded archerfish that I'm pretty excited about. I've had these trio that I have since the spring when I went down to Aquarium Co-op, and they're beautiful fish, so I hope you like that one. But my next like Wednesday night What's Up is going to not be tomorrow, but it is going to be the following week, and I am really excited about that one because I have got our man Rob93 Aquatics, who is in the house right now. He is my guest this Wednesday coming up after Halloween. I believe that's like November the 7th, somewhere in that neighborhood. Rob93 is going to be on with me, and we are going to be doing the Wednesday night What's Up together. I am looking forward to it. I am really enjoying these Wednesday night What's Ups that we've been doing with our guests, and I cannot wait for that one. I would also like to just say thank you to Kevin, I think it was Kevin, who said that he really liked my blue background. Thank you very much, Kevin. I've been getting some hate on that. I noticed that Corey Larson dropped in for a second there. Hey, Corey, how are you, buddy? Corey, if you go back to last week's and watch last week's live stream, you will recognize my guest as one Terry Lindsay, who is an ex-coworker of yours. Oh, Rob just got some new fish. Melvin's Aquatics saying that Jeff Rowe and who else? Simply Beta had a premiere too, yeah. Yeah, Rob, I think it's going to be real funny too. Hopefully we can talk about that. And that'll be cool. Yeah, Corey, so you tuned in last week and wouldn't let you chat for some reason. I don't know what went on with last week's video, but for some reason it wasn't letting people that don't have YouTube channels chat, which is weird. Because somebody else I know went on and said the exact same thing. Rob, I appreciate you, buddy. Hey, and you know what? You do you. And I like the blue. I like black as well. I'm doing a black on a 29 gallon upstairs. But you know what? This one had blue with the white sand, which I thought looked really good. And then it was going to look too similar to the 220. So I took all that sand out and put in the black and have just kind of started. We're going to do like carpeted Monte Carlo plant in here, and we are going to do a bunch of like small cichlids like Epistogrames and rams. There's one ram in here right now, and maybe some cribs as well. Hello, Select Pet. Thanks for stopping in, my friend. And we'll get a few more angels in here and just kind of fill this tank out. And we've got some albino bristlenose in here. I'll see if I can maybe get another like lighter colored pleco to go in here, like the leopard frog. Jeff's live stream was legit this morning. That was the premiere, right? That he did? Which I didn't really realize what the premiere was until today. And I used that function for my video this Friday, which is coming out. And I'm really, really excited for it. Rob, I do have one. Yeah, Jeff was early, but I'm up at work. But I saw a premiere. I watched it later and left a comment. But it would be cool to catch all the premieres if I can. But I saw Select Pet. I watched your video today too on your light review, which is cool because I need to change. I need to get a couple 3-footers in here. But you didn't do the premiere today. Anyway. Where am I here? Oh yeah, I was mentioning earlier too that I did have a 20-gallon quarantine tank that I've never shown before because it's just a bare bottom 20-gallon tank. But my daughter's been asking, and I didn't want to buy another. Tank, So she has now got the 20 gallon, which I dumped out, painted the background purple because that's what she wanted. Put some natural looking substrate in there because she wanted that. She's got a treasure troll hair decoration in there, and I've just got to get that thing cycled, which isn't going to take too long because I use a method that Otter Creek does as well, which is I just take one of the filters from my other tank and drop it into that one. Although this time I think I'm going to do something a little bit different. I've got a new filter. The filter that's going to go on that tank, I'm just going to run it for like I don't know, 3 or 4 days on one of my existing tanks and then move it to the back of that 20 gallon, have it going. She's already got a couple mollies that are swimming around in the 220 gallon. I'll take those out, put them in there, and get that thing going. Maha, you didn't answer my question yet on what is a L600. Kevin, what was your question, Kevin? I missed that. Let me go back. Oh, what do you guys think is a good size quarantine tank would be? An extra tank. And my extra tank was a 20 gallon. But, I mean, if I was going to buy one again, it would just be a 10 gallon. Because really, I don't fill them with a ton of meds when I get them. I mean, every time I get them, I put them in there for a week and make sure everything's all good, and then I move them into the tank that I'm going to put them in. Somebody asked me, I believe I said, "I hate you, Dr. S." If I didn't, I apologize. Somebody asked me how long I'd been keeping fish for. Well, I'm 38, and I started when I was 13. So 25 years. I mean, I did have a break in there. I kind of took my tanks down when I was like 20, and I just kind of was doing other things, like traveling and trying to figure out what I was going to do for my life. And then from there, I got married and started a career and bought a house, and then I started fish keeping again. So I was out of it for 10 years. So 15 total, probably. But I get addicted to things, and I need to know everything about them. So I do a lot of YouTube watching, a lot of reading, stuff like that. Appreciate that, Rob. Do I think that a JQ channel asking, do I think a blue phantom and green phantom pleco can breed? Those, yes, in the wild, yeah, because I mean, a lot of people think that's the same fish. It's just the northern part of Brazil is where the blue ones come, and then they get lighter and lighter. Like I've seen some what they call blue phantoms in fish stores, and they look almost gray because they're farther south down the river, and then they kind of turn into the green phantoms. But they are extremely difficult to breed in captivity. That's cool. Select Pet is talking about starting a club near him. That's awesome. The club that Terry Lindsay and I go to is having its auction in November 17th, and it's so fun. Kevin's going to add 100 Cardinals to his 125. That's awesome, Kev. I've got a mix of 20, probably 20 Neons and Cardinals in a 29 gallon right now, and a heavy planted tank, and it looks cool. A lot of people have trouble with Cardinals. For some reason, I haven't. If there's any Tetra that I've had troubles with, it's Rummy Nose for some reason. And I love Rummy Nose, so it's hard. Rob would hug this tank if he did a fish room tour. Well, Rob, I'm a long way from you, my friend, but if you're ever in the Vancouver area, you gotta give me a shout, bro. Thank you, Jeremy. I like that black angelfish too. You know what? I'm not a huge angelfish guy. That my wife bought those. She's really into angelfish, and I'm kind of leaving this as her tank. And she wanted the black substrate. She really likes the South American cichlids, so I'm gonna do my thing with the plecos and the clown loaches and the tiger barbs and rainbow fish and the archers, those kind of fish that I'm really into, and she can kind of do things that she's really into, because I just find that this hobby's more fun with the whole family involved. When the whole family is happy and enjoying it, it makes it a lot more fun for me. Jeremy, what are the two contests that you just won? See, I never watch the winner of the contest because 99% of them, Canadians aren't included. Although I did enter Aquascaping 101 today from Hawaii, and he said that I am qualified for that one, which is awesome. Okay, here we go here. Just kind of flipping through. Quarantine tank size, yeah, 10 to 20. Okay, I'm back at the bottom. Ah, you won Cameron's Learning to Fish Keep contest, and Brother Mel, Hawaiian Peacock. You won his too. Wow, that's cool. Good for you, man. Yeah, that's kind of, like I kind of mentioned that before, like, not so much the contest that I'm disappointed that I miss out in, but kind of the shipping fish to each other kind of a thing. Like, I know, like, Aquafunk has sent stuff over to Rob there, and a bunch of other people can send fish to each other, and the $100 flat fee of sending a single fish here, I mean, you can send more than one, but just to send one fish is $100. I mean, it takes a bunch to fill up a box, but that's the minimum charge in Canada, so it kind of sucks. Am I planning on breeding anything? Well, I'm doing super reds right now, and nothing. Well, you know what? I've already got 2 kids, so that's enough for me. I'm planning on breeding super reds, which I don't think will be a problem because I've bred other types of bristlenose before. They're just not big enough. What kind of light am I running? It's kind of like a no-name brand LED light. Appreciate that, Rob. I'm also I've been trying, like, I know you've been struggling breeding your L134s. I'm struggling trying to breed this pair of Epistogrammy Cockatoites super reds that I have. I don't know why they won't breed. I've got the water parameters. I've been trying the live foods. I've been trying doing water changes in cold. I've got the huts. They swim in and out of the hut. It is a male and a female, and I've had them since... I've never bred them before, but I really wanted to, and I've had them since about June, and I cannot get them to breed. Your super reds are better, eh? Well, that's debatable. My super reds come from 2 different suppliers. One is from Aquarium Co-op, and one is from a local breeder here. Actually, all the males I have are from a local breeder, and 1 female. And then I've got a couple females from Aquarium Co-op. Me and Mandy got their first freshwater fish today. What kind of fish did you get? If you only got 1 fish, I'm guessing you got a betta. But what was your first freshwater fish? I'm very interested to know. I know a lot of people when they're kids, if they got it, was a goldfish, but... Two farmouths, cool. That's your first fish. I bet you're the first person ever who that's their first freshwater fish. That's awesome. Okay, Mile Highs come from 6 different suppliers. Well, good for you. One of your first Dr. S was a giant pleco. Well, when I was a kid, I had a giant pleco, common pleco, because that was the only type of pleco there was. Then later on, the bristlenose came around, the plain bristlenose, and that's kind of all there was for a long time. But now that's like my most addicting thing is plecos. I'm obsessed with them. So anyway, I can't get the epistogramies to breed. Maybe the angelfish are, you don't have to do anything. I mean, you feed them frozen bloodworms, and the next day they'll be eggs. But the L66 king tigers, those are beautiful. I got those from a local breeder too. I got them small, but I don't think they're going to be too terribly difficult to breed. Just kind of do the same thing we do for bristlenose and hope that those guys breed as well. Appreciate that, Kevin. So anyway, I just kind of thought I'd fly on today, show the tank a little bit, but we're not doing the normal chat, look around. We're just kind of looking at the tank here today. Just kind of wanted to go on for like 10 minutes and look at the time. It's been 37 so far. So I am just going to shut this thing down. And thanks everybody for watching. I have got a video coming up which premieres this Friday on the freshwater clouded archerfish. Hope you all enjoy it. And then next Wednesday is my regular Wednesday night What's Up, and we have got Rob93 as my guest this next Wednesday coming up. So ciao for now, everybody. Thanks very much, and enjoy your fish keeping, everyone in the fish fam.